What's going on? I'm back with another Thus Intellectuals discuss cultural distinctions and defend Burna Boy today. Watch this video.
Big hit will hurt you. Like, since that last live,
I'm gonna cut Joe off right here. Yo, Joe, stick to dating Dominican. I love you, brother. But if you think Burna Boy's wave is because of Last, like he's a one-hit wonder, you know nothing about Afrobeats. I'm an Afrobeats connoisseur. So if you're talking about Davido, if you're talking about Thames, if you're talking about Wizkid, you're talking about if you're talking about Burna Boy, if you're talking about Asaka, it's so much depth to this. Listen, yes, U.S. mainstream may have caught on him with Last. This guy's a prolific musician. His album after Love Domini is, it's okay. Because I think he tried to do songs with 21 Savage. He was kind of like almost embracing being a New York African. But Love Domini is absolute classic. African Giant classic. Like, bro, when I went to City Field, it wasn't a bunch of it was ethnic people who were descendants of immigrants or people like a lot of Nigerians, Ghanaians. It was Kenyans. I do think he does have I do think some of the attitude stuff is like playing a part into stuff. And yes, he doesn't have a current hit, but he's not a one-hit wonder. Do not act like Last is the thing that put him on. He did a stadium. None of the you like, Joe, could do a stadium. That's a fact. Joel Santana can't do it. Like all here. So, I want to defend Burna Boy a bit because Burna Boy is a goat. Sorry to tell y'all.
since that last live, now everybody shadow, like they start expecting you to start producing like that at that clip.
No.
And if you don't, I don't think Burna Boy's had a record anywhere near that record. He's been on joints.
Cap. I want to say that's Cap. Cap. This is where, Joe is a casual of Afro beats. There's a lot more going on. Yes, some of it is the attitude. Some of it is the fans are saying, yo, we feel like you're looking down on us. He doesn't have a hit. He didn't fill a stadium just because of Last. Because when I went to that concert at City Field, it wasn't a bunch of white people there. When you're filling a stadium like Kendrick did with GNX Tour because of Not Like Us or whatever, you see a bunch of white people there just because they identify with one song. Like Jollof Rice up in there at City Field. 45,000 people sold. That's a fact. This is a bona fide star. He just has to get a couple things right. I definitely believe.
Yeah, he been on joints.
He got joints though.
When you set the bar for yourself early, they start looking at you to produce that way. Not just fans, but the labels. It hurts. It hurts. So,
that's another thing that I disagree with Joe with. When it comes to Puerto Rican artists, when it comes to like the Bad Bunnies, the Anuels, the Rochi, the Young Chimmy, all of those artists that go in Hispanic music or music that's more in line with Dominican Republic. Also, when it comes to Central C, when it comes to that's a UK artist. When it comes to all these Afrobeat artists, this is where I think this is outside. Respectfully, I love Joe. This is outside Joe's realm because I'm an international. I was born in Jamaica. That's a fact. It ain't about labels that get. It's not labels. There's no label that could take credit for Central C. There's no label that could actually take credit for Bad Bunny. There's no label that takes credit for Anuel. There's no label that takes credit for Thames. None of that. This is culture and the diaspora of whether it's Hispanic music, Latin culture, African music, African culture. That flows through the Caribbean everywhere. This is not labels. I want to let y'all know, if we talking about some in New York, that's labels. These people that are coming to sell out stadiums in the United States and they're not from the United States, it's not because of labels. If the labels could do that, they would grab it from Sri Lanka and Bangladesh, Mozambique, and say that's popping in the United States.
You set
Not
the bar
happening.
so high for yourself early, they start looking at you to produce.
Yo, put it like this. There's a Puerto Rican nigga, like, first of all, there's Puerto Rican that come over here and do arenas, and there's in New York that do hip hop that can't do arenas. It's not about labels, like it's about culture.
What's going on? What do I think about this then? This is the problem. An excellent illustration of how individual experiences influence ideas in music conversations is when Akademiks analyze Burna Boy and cultural differences. It makes sense that he would naturally protect what he loves and believes to be culturally meaningful, given that he's from Jamaica and grew up with dancehall as his favorite music. That does not imply that he is demeaning African-American hip-hop. It has more to do with perception. Dancehall speaks from a place of familiarity and pride as he emphasizes his strong ties to his background. Additionally, we've witnessed the explosive growth of genres like Afrobeats in recent years, even to the top of the streaming charts, demonstrating how music is still evolving and transcending cultural barriers. His defense of Burna Boy illustrates how people accept international trends while yet gravitating toward music that speaks to them. However, it serves as a reminder that there are other genres that define greatness and appeal besides hip-hop. The world of music is vast, and what people decide to support depends on a variety of factors, including streaming numbers, cultural influence, and personal preference. All right, leave a remark, hit the like button, and remember to subscribe for more videos just like this one.